What's good, yo? I am Slime Green Beats, and these are keys to a great melody. So, just gonna make a good melody, great melody. Gonna show you like the technique and whatnot. And there's like three things I just gotta get across. And also, yeah, this video is about mixing and melody making. So I know like subscribers want to look at melody making and mixing videos. So this is a little bit of both. And yeah, I think the keys are picking the right sound, having the right VST, vibing, and not worrying about mistakes. So I think the biggest thing, and the more I make melodies, the more I get this, is like literally it just most of it is just the sound that you choose to make the melody. Like if the sound is trash, no matter how good your pattern is, the melody's just not going to sound as good. So and basically, yeah, in order to get that top quality sound, you're going to want a really good VST. So like for example, Nexus, Electra X, or Omnisphere. And then vibe. So like try not to think too much when you're doing it. And then don't worry about making mistakes. I think in today's like social media era, there's like this kind of like perfection, perfect type of thing. Like, dude, I make jank melodies like all the time. And I still upload the videos sometimes. But like I won't put it in a melody kit or really make a beat around it. But like don't worry about making a weird melody. Like I make if you're not happy with your melody, just start over. I do it all the time. It happens. Like music doesn't have to be perfect, but like if you're not satisfied with your melody, just start over. So let's go right on down to Electra X because that is what I consider to be a good VST. And well, I actually already have it pulled up here. So Electra X, also known as Electra 2, just Google it. It's a solid VST, and you can get like a lot of Sound Creative comes out with, and Ocean Vu comes out with a lot of like melody kits, and these are like add-ons. And if you're like in rap, especially, like these are really solid sounds. So this one actually sounds good right off the bat. So just something simple like that. Let's go back to that. So we could just get it popping, and also like I try to like play that melody like this without any BPM, and then I try to get that exact BPM in FL. So like I don't want it to be any faster or slower than that. So I try to figure out like what is that. Dun, 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 dun. The reason I have it at 150 is because I feel like my brain just works at 150 like automatically. So and that's also like the BPM I want to do. I want it to be at. So I just like my default template is already like 150. So like it might be a little slower than that. So I'm gonna put it like 149 and just record. So I mean that's easy to play. However you play is up to you. I don't recommend a certain way to play. What I do recommend though is get a standalone computer, or sorry, standalone piano. Like that's how I learned how to play better melodies. Like as in like a piano that isn't attached to FL Studio. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, it just you're just more creative on it because um, you're not like whoops, I meant to save. You're not like trying too hard to make it sound good in a way. You're kind of just like it's not going in FL, so you're just kind of playing around with it, and it just helps me be more creative and just more comfortable with the piano. So like that's my key to playing decent melodies. Like this is very simple, but like every sound sounds good. It's just reps. Like that's all it is. And this is a very simple melody, but this will work. So what I'll do too is like mixing wise. Number one, I would turn it down. Well, first, actually, let me look. Let's cut this short a little bit. Let me look at what it looks like in the mixer. All right, it's at about. I might turn it down a little bit, just for gain staging purposes. So if you're not familiar with gain staging, you basically just want to turn the volume down so you don't clip in a nutshell. So and also to give other sounds space. So I'll turn it down just a little bit. I know it's probably hard to see. I'm just turning it down just a tad. That's good. And what I'll also do is, yeah, make sure it's in the mixer. I like to pan it. Where is the pan? Okay. I like to pan it, aka separate it. This is better with headphones, or I'm sorry, better with speakers. I'm using headphones for this video, but like definitely use speakers when you're doing this. And you just kind of want to. Usually melodies are wider. Now you don't have to do that. Mix however you want. I always say, but like, give it its own pocket of space. So like, I just go ahead and separate it, and use your ears when you separate it. Don't look at this. Don't look at this. Like, use your ears. So I'm like, look for that sweet spot. Like, close your eyes and be like, that's good right there. Cool. Maybe I'll add reverb. There's things that work on like almost every melody. Reverb and like filters and crap. You might also want to compress it later. You could try compressing it if it's not loud enough. I often do this. Again, this is better with speakers. On headphones, it's kind of hard to tell it's even going on. But you also want to lower the volume so you can compress it and it still doesn't clip. And so you can put a reverb and it still doesn't clip. And that's really powerful. Honestly, sometimes the sounds are already reverb, so you don't really need to do a whole lot. Now, we can try a counter melody. And also, I'll try a counter melody, but after you do the drums, like you add hi-hats, kicks, snares, and such, at the end, you can add another layer of melody, and I call that the sandwich effect, and that works a lot of the time. So like, this is like the melody, but after I do drums, I'd probably also do another melody. So, and then I'll try to layer this with like another sound. You can also try the bass. See how the bass is like already on there? You can always use the same sound as the bass. That can work sometimes, but I like to switch sounds, of course. And try to vibe, again, vibe. So I'll be like, I got this. I totally got this. And if this, again, if you listen to it and you just like the original, we can honestly just go with this, but like, for the sake of this video, I'll just show you guys how to do a counter melody. And like, if I don't like it, I'll just take it out. Like, but honestly, I kind of like it so far. So let's just keep it going. Did I really record this in pattern? I swore I tried to record this in pattern too. I gotta go back and watch the tape on that one. Okay. Now we're gonna try to fix this pattern up. The beginning was hard, but for some reason, it sounds like it's giving me Christmas vibes. It's like right by Christmas time too. Straight up. I'm recording this on Christmas Eve. Straight up, yeah. Christmas Eve is 7:07 a.m. baby. Alright, so what I'll do here is the mixing element with this is like we already separated the sound, but like what we're gonna wanna do is put this in a different mixer channel. So I have mine at 7 because I kind of reserve all these for drums. I know it says pad. It's okay. I just named it that. It's not really important. So like, I don't want. It sounds good separated because it is separated, but I would probably widen it too, just because that's what I do with my melodies. But I don't want it to be lined up with this. So like, depending on how many sounds there are, I usually try to like actually do math here, but I'd rather also use my ears. But like, depending on how many sounds, I want them at least a certain percentage separated. But just for like sake, you really don't have to be that technical. But like that's just if I have a lot of sounds and I'm really trying to divvy them up, I'll be like 41, you know, like 35, 30, 25, whatever. But like, I'll just use my ears too. Look for that sweet spot. All right, and that's a hard melody, y'all. I think that's lit. Again, you can add a reverb. I like to do that. I like to do a lot of those effects after, like compressor or with the melody, because like sometimes I do it before, but with headphones especially, and also with speakers, like it can get really hard to hear the kick and like all the other drums while you're making the beat. So sometimes I will add it, and then I'll just like turn the knob down here and then turn it back up at the end. But I prefer to add it at the end, just because if you turn the knob down, like you might bounce everything else weird. So like yeah, I try to like not have the melody too loud going into the mixer in general. So I'd actually probably turn this one down too, just a tad. And I would just try to balance these two sounds together nicely too. Typically you want one to kind of stick out more than the others, but if they're blended in a way and neither one of the lead, that's okay too. But typically I like to have like one maybe playing a little louder than the other. That sounds majestic as heck, baby. God, I'm good at these videos. All right, y'all. Slime Green Beats, baby. Oh yeah, guys, check out the slime. Hold on, let me pause this. Straight up, check out the Slime Green Beats loop melody loop kit. I do put like these loops and melodies if you guys want to cop. This is like my last. There's like 100, almost 200. It took me literally almost 3 years to make this kit. 29.95. Put my life into this kit, baby. And then the book too, if you guys want to cop the book. Yeah, you can buy this on Amazon too. This is a how to make beats. Just type in how to make beats on Amazon. It's on there. And the loop kit, instant download, so you can just cop this like right now. But again, I put like tons of loops on there like this. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching as always. Thank you guys for subscribing and supporting the channel. It means a lot. Like this is like pretty much what I do. Besides like you know, take care of my child and stuff. like and like internet marketing. But yeah, I love the music, you know what I'm saying? This is it for me. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right, hold it down, y'all. Y'all take care now. Merry Christmas to everyone. Peace out.